Hello guys, welcome to our Motivation Monday, and I thought of this Motivation Monday as a way of kind of preparing you for success, preparing you to have a mentality of a winner. How can you win and ensure that you pass your exams? Most oftentimes we always struggle, especially when it comes to our mental preparation for an exam. And I'm bringing the Motivation Monday to kind of encourage you to say you are not alone and you need to fight this battle in a very, very clever way. So in this session, I just want to show you how to prepare mainly your mind for an exam effectively. So what I'm saying is, I know passing an exam makes you feel good. Your ducks are all lined up, your goals are being achieved, and you are ticking all the boxes. That's what happens when you're passing an exam. Your career path is certain, success is inevitable. But at times, more often, we face that tough exam that kind of shuts the motivation out of our lives. We are faced square with a difficult subject and we wonder if we are going to make it. I think you've all had such a feeling to say, will I ever pass this particular subject? Pressure is made worse by the person or the people around us who are expecting us to pass no matter what. If you are under your parents, I think you know that feeling whereby everyone is in a way assuming, or they've already assumed it is not possible for you to fail. At times, the feeling of fear becomes too strong. We see the walls crumbling down on us. You wake up at night with a panic on your heart is pounding, and you're like, what if I fail? What if I don't make it? What will happen? You're trying to sense, or you're trying to feel aftermath of that particular exam, and usually it is not a good feeling. It is a feeling of fear. Such must not be the case with you in your next exam. You can become better prepared. You have heard of the popular saying about the 5 P's, the PPPP. What I say? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We have also heard people saying, if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. Those are popular adages or popular sayings, but well, they don't bring results to you. So how do you study effectively? I have one nugget or point that I want you to try, and it is studying at funny times. I don't know whether you'll understand this, but if it works for you, uh, I hope actually it works for you, because it has worked for me. As I said, it is choosing the times of study that are very irregular, or I'll call them funny times. Now, ever felt the reluctance feeling you get every time you have something to do but you do not like doing it? And one of them is studying. By the way, our makeup as a human being, we are made to escape pain and look for pleasure. So studying is one of the pains that we are made to escape. So our body and our mind, I'll call it our thinking mind, it kind of gangs up against you or against yourself, and it assembles all the reasons that you must have so that you do not study. It assembles all the rational reasons which will be in a way justifying why you need not to study today or that particular day. So your mind and kind of your body, as I said, it was meant to escape pain. So you want to study, you are ready, your timetable has been set up, you've got 4 subjects to do, or you've got 6 subjects or 7 subjects, whatever the case, and from this time to this time I'll do this, from this time to this time I'll do this. But just before the day you begin, your mind and your body, well, it can happen first day, second day, you're excited. It's just like a guy who's going for a gym. You've bought all the new things, you've got your new techies, you've got your new suit, you've got everything. Your earphones, your everything. You've just bought everything for the gym. You know how it happens. First day you're motivated, second day, the third day it happens to be raining, your body is tired, you are sore, and your mind is telling you, I think today you can skip that gym. Why not go tomorrow or evening? But evening you get so busy, you skip it for the next day, but the next day again is raining and your body tells you you are even more tired, and so why not skip it and go after 3-4 days? Now, after 3-4 days, you manage to go to the gym, but you're now already reluctant, you are dragging yourself, and before you know it, it is the end of the year and you only visited that gym only twice, if not 3 times, or if not a week at maximum. We all face that. So is studying, it does that. So we have done the timetable, you are ready to study, but now 1 or 2 days you'll do it, but the next coming days your mind will assemble all the rational armaments which will justify why you cannot open that book. It will tell you it's cold today, you deserve a rest, you are too tired, you will wake up earlier and double on your time lost, and so on, just to escape the pain of studying. Your mind is ready to fight you off that timetable. It will fight you off that timetable and it will win every time. It is designed to fight what? Pain. And remember, studying also brings pain. So now the question is, how do you effectively fight the state of your mind? Remember, your mind and your body, they work together to stop you. Now, who is the you? I'm talking about the real you, the subconscious you, the you who says against your mind. You know, sometimes you say against your mind. You find yourself taking decisions which in a way you'll be fighting actually your mind. I think you have done that, whereby your mind is telling you to do this, but you're like, no. That person who's saying no, that is the real you who I am talking about. So first, how do you then kind of make that real you more powerful, more listened by your actual mind? So what I usually do is, first of all, remind yourself that you are not a failure. Affirm it to yourself that you are not a failure. Say it loud. I am not a failure. I cannot fail. I cannot be controlled by my mind. Tell yourself, I am not my mind. This is very important because what it does is you are trying to shut off the voices that are in your mind. And then what do? I usually choose, as I said, I choose funny moments of studying. And by doing that, it usually takes my mind by surprise. It's a funny thing because you'll be like, but that's not possible. How can you take your mind by surprise? It's possible to take your mind by surprise. Let me prove it to you. Let's say you are in a way, picture a situation whereby you are going on a vacation or a visit with your parents, and they are driving you on that particular day, and where you are visiting, you're going to visit a couple of days, and it is a distance away, maybe it's 3-4 hours away. So now you've also prepared to take your book along, and when you arrive there, you're going to get some moments of studying in between, and guess what? Instead of waiting to the arrival at the friend space or place or at the relative space, how about you just open the book just right there in the car and start studying? You see, your mind is not ready, it's not prepared. It thought that you'll be just in the car, just feeling the journey, experiencing the journey, but you just open the book. It doesn't matter even if it's for 30 minutes. Whatever you're going to study there, it can be maybe a concept that you want to study. You just tell yourself, I just want to read from this page to this page. Just before I arrive at the destination, you've opened the book. Don't close it. Just, you've already taken your mind by surprise. It's not ready to refuse you. It has not already assembled the reasons why you cannot study. While it is doing that, start reading. You already shut off your mind. Trust me, it works. It works. We call these spontaneous moments. They are always there. You have always come across them. And you, that subconscious mind or the real you must always find such moments that surprises your mind. You can. It's funny moments. Another example maybe to give you, let's say you're driving home and boom, Instead of opening your favorite station, you put in a video lesson. If ever there is an online way of learning, you put in that video lesson and start listening, and you are learning already. Another example, you are waiting to be called in for dinner. You are at home, everyone is sitting, they are cooking dinner, and you are just waiting to be called. And usually, it takes around 10-15 minutes just to do the final preparations, and boom, you just get a book, look at a definition, tell yourself, before I just go for dinner, I just want to read this definition, and by the time I'm called in for dinner, I must be knowing this definition. It's 10 minutes, it's 15 minutes, and trust me, your mind that time is not ready. And you know what it does? After finishing that dinner, you will now be having the momentum to open that book, because the problem is the mountain that it takes for you to go and open that book. So when you have started opening it at funny times, I call them the spontaneous times, your mind has already, or you have created kind of a momentum, which your mind now will make it easier for you to revert back to that book. Are you seeing that? So try taking your mind by surprise. Choose spontaneous moments, uncalculated moments outside of your timetable, where your mind has not yet find the rational armaments to fight you from studying. Trust me, it gives you a good feeling after that, And the more such moments you have, they will go a definite way in proper preparation for a what? For a to prevent a poor performance. I mean, remember the 3Ps says proper preparation prevents poor performance. So what is your study tip that you can share with us? That is what I wanted to share with you guys, to say there are spontaneous moments. You also might be having some that you're using to your benefit, which are effectively working for you. And most guys are struggling out there with their studying. It's a mountain to climb, So what is your way, or what is your leverage that you are using to kind of create those study moments, which becomes to you more like a strength? Because trust me, studying is not difficult. It is the starting to study that is difficult. It is the beginning of studying. Once you have set the ball rolling, it becomes easier. So as I said, with me, I create spontaneous moments. I call them funny moments. Funny moments, they can be so funny. For some of you who are using a public transport, maybe you're using a taxi home, just open that book or have a script note that you write down, maybe 3-4 definitions, and you tell yourself, before I arrive home, I just want to know these 3 definitions. If they're driving you home, you can use that kind of an excuse in the car to have something that you can master along just before point A to point B. It can be so funny, so uncalculated, that you will discover you have set the ball rolling for you to then, at the right moment of studying, that mountain has been leveled. You are now looking at something more. You are looking forward actually to studying. So guys, I wish you all the best in your exams as you are preparing. And remember this. I'm rooting for you. I always look at you and say, I was an underdog, especially with my books, but I rose from being an underdog and I managed to achieve. So are you also battling? Are you also struggling? I wish you can use some of these tips that I'm going to be bringing on the Motivation Monday to use them for your advantage. Again, thank you guys. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and we will also in a way bring some of the resources that will help you to ace your exams. Thank you.